everybody, and welcome to a new video. My name is Lois Mashinini, and today I've decided to do a sit-down video just sharing on everything about wellness, my wellness journey for the month of February. So let's dive into this video. Alright, so the month of February was quite a busy month for my family and I, my little family. Yeah, so my little family and I, my husband, our little king, our little boy, who is at the end of Feb, turned 1 year, 6 months, 7 months now. 1 year, 7 months. So we have passed the halfway mark on our way to him turning 2 years old. So yeah, so at the end of Feb, he turned 1 year, 7 months. And we decided that, you know what, this is a new month of Feb that we would like to get him, exploring outdoors more, not just like the outdoors here at home and outside here at home. We're like, okay, let's start taking him out on picnics. So we did our very first family picnic, which I did share on the previous video or prior video. So check that out as well. We went to the Walter Sisulu botanical gardens, and yeah, he had so much fun. And that actually brings me to my first wellness tip, and that is exploring life outdoors, having your wellness explored outdoors, being in nature. I'm a firm believer of being outdoors, and whether it's praying outdoors, whether it's exercising outdoors, whether it's reading outdoors, I'm such a firm believer of that. There's just so much beauty, the energy that surrounds us when we are outdoors and just exploring our wellness, our well-being, our state of being outdoors. So that brings me to the first tip. Do a lot of activities outside. And some of the tips that I love to share as well is gardening. And I read something about gardening, and that is like, it is an instrument of grace. The earth longs for our bare feet. This world that God has blessed us with longs for us to be outdoors. And that is the help that has been actually given and rewarded to us. And that's the outdoors. So I love spending my time outside. I love gardening. And I'll share just something that me and my son also love doing, and that's being in the garden. He loves playing in the garden. So we started a vegetable garden at the end of last year. So the 31st of December, I planted some seeds for some of my kitchen vegetable garden. And yeah, we are in the harvest season, which I'm so happy and proud of what we've already sowed and now reaping from that. So let me just share a snippet on outdoors gardening for my first wellness tip. Check it out. Alright, so that's tip number 1. Wellness tip number 2. Be a kid. I think you need to allow yourself and give yourself room to be a kid again. I'm not talking about being childish. I think there's a huge difference between being childish and actually just being a child, finding the inner child in you, if that's the correct way of putting it, finding the inner child of you. I believe that, we all need to explore that inner child, once in a while, because we are so serious, we are so mission-based, we are so busy adulting, busy lifing. We always allow life to show us flames, but I don't think that that's what God intended for this life to be. This life is also supposed to be enjoyed, even through the trials and tribulations. find that inner child in you. For me, I think my son brought that out a lot more in me. I used to always like being, child free and just like allowing my inner child to be explored. But I think the birth of my son actually allowed me to be more fun as well than I once was before. I forgot what it felt like to be a child, and simple things like running in the rain or running in water when the water is on. Like we got him this fountain gift, right? So it it was like for him, but I decided to step in there with him and not just watch him. Like I decided to be a child with him, and they love that. They love that so much. So yeah, I ran and jumped in there with him, and here I am, playing in this water with him, and it just feels so good to let that inner child be explored. So find what makes you tick to bring out that inner child in you, and not for others, for you. So that's my wellness tip number 2, and I'd actually like to share that as well. Just a moment of me and being a child with my child. Check it out. All right, so wellness number tip number 3. I I think this might be similar to the first tip about being outdoors, but I don't want it to call it being outdoors. I want to call it embracing God's glory. I'm a firm believer of spiritual wellness, and remember the 8 dimensions of wellness. Spiritual wellness is one of them. So when we share about the wellness dimensions, there's 8 of them. We have spiritual, financial, physical, mental, intellectual, relationships, or relation, how you connect with others, wellness, right? So these are the dimensions that are out there. I hope I'm not forgetting some, but this is just to give reference to what the 8 dimensions of wellness are. And spiritual wellness is one of them. And when I say immerse yourself in God's glory, spiritual wellness, the beauty of being able to see God's glory is such a significant gift to your wellness, to your well-being. So it's been raining a lot in the beginning of February, not so much now, but it poured, and I was like, God, thank you, because my kitchen vegetable is gonna grow. But there was more to that. I was thinking about just my vegetables growing, but it was actually understanding what the different voices of God were speaking through this rain. And we explored not one but 2 rainbows. I was cleaning the dishes, and you can be so, again, adulting, and you can be so fixated on the mission of, okay, I need to clean the house, I need to get this done, I need to do this, I need to work. And I just said a little prayer while washing the dishes, just like thanking God. This was at the end of the day, and I was just thanking God for the great day we had. And I looked up, and there was this rainbow, and here kicked in the inner child. I'm beaming, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, when last did I see a rainbow? And I just quickly ran to my husband and my son. I'm like, guys, there's a rainbow outside. We need to go see the rainbow. And then it clicked on me. I'm like, he's never seen a rainbow. This is going to be his first time seeing a rainbow. But what I'm trying to get to is that God speaks to us in little things, in beautiful things, in things that we didn't even think that we were going to be hearing his voice in. And he spoke to me through this rainbow, and we went outside, and we just like soaked in the glory of God. I don't know how you feel about rainbows, but for me, I believe there's a significance with rainbows. I believe that a rainbow, for me, this is how I analyze it or unpack it. I truly believe that rainbows truly mean there is hope. Um, there is a hope for tomorrow. There is hope for today. There's hope for the future. Sorry about that plane. Yeah, going passing by. But I see rainbows as just God's way of telling us that there is hope. I hear you, and this is me letting you know that I am here, always here with you. And it was the most beautiful thing. And when I saw the second rainbow, and I was just like, what is God saying? And this did not only happen on that day only. The following day, we witnessed that rainbow again. And I think that just it made me so at peace, and I was actually so grateful for what this year is, whether I know what's ahead or not, because remember, his ways are higher than our ways and our thoughts and our plans, but I was just so hopeful for this year, and actually also so much more grateful for this year. So I just wanted to share this this beautiful moment that my son also got to witness his first rainbow, and just for you to see how beautiful this rainbow was here at home. So check it out. Yes. Right, wellness tip number 4. This again is my own wellness tips and opinions that I'm loving to share with you guys, and how you will take it into your own wellness journey. I believe that cleanliness is next to godliness. Clean environments. You cannot function in a messy environment, and this is a wellness tip. Your body needs to function in a great environment, and part of a great environment is also having a clean environment. I love cleaning. If it were up to me, I clean every single day. I find it very therapeutic. It is for me. A lot of people have also shared how, like, when they're angry, they will literally start cleaning. So for me as well, my emotions can go into cleaning. When I'm upset about something, I just start cleaning away, start packing away. But it's just my way of dealing with things. I find it therapeutic. So there are two things that I find is therapy for myself, and that is cleaning and exercising. Those are my escape zones. So, well, 3: cleaning, exercising, and being in the garden. Those are my 3 sanctuaries. So this is my next wellness tip about being in a clean environment. I love cleaning. I enjoy cleaning. I feel like, not only because for my family, for the sake of my family, for the health wise, but just what it does to your soul, to your body as well, just to be in a clean environment. So we currently don't have any help. We do everything and manage everything on our own here at home. So we do all the clean. I do all the cleaning and ironing. Well, not ironing. That is a tip that I actually do on my own. So instead of ironing, once I've hang the laundry out, I fold the clothes neatly so that we don't have to do much ironing in this house. But that's besides the point. But yeah, so do all the cleaning in the house, and hubby does, or the other side of the house where I need his assistance with cleaning as well. And it's worked for us. You need to find what works for you, for your clean environment. We help each other with even looking after our son. And thank God we still work from home. So it gives us and allows us the room and the freedom to do so as well. So yeah, so that's my wellness tip about, cleaning, having a clean environment for you to function in. And my son, I've seen him actually also pick up on these habits now. You know, he wants to help. He's so helpful, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm like always telling him that I'm gonna remind you in your teen years how helpful you were as a toddler. But yeah, I think it's also good to start great habits of having a clean environment or being clean and neat, for our little ones as well, so that they also understand that you cannot function in a messy environment. You also need to have a clean space to also function properly. So yeah, so I just want to share, you know, like how some of my daily chores look like as well at times. So yeah, check that out. All right. And lastly, doing things, I don't want to say things, I want to say more that find an activity that you and your family can do once a week together that contributes to your wellness. Um, we enjoy either exercising together, me and my husband, or taking our son after work for a walk, or while my husband rides his bike, I push him, we push our son on his bike. So those are one of the activities, and then sometimes you just rotate. Like I'll end up taking his bike and riding it, and just having, you know, a good time as a family. And it doesn't have to be an hour. It can be for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or even an hour if you can push it. But just make room to have one activity that you guys can do as a family together. This contributes so much to your wellness journey as well. It also brings you guys closer together as a family as well. You know, you see what you guys like, you know, or enjoy doing together, or just the growth of the family unit. You know, the enemy is here to attack many aspects in our lives. But one of the aspects that the enemy likes to attack is family units as well. And this is something we all need to pray against as well, you know, to protect our families and to pray over families. And I think that that's one of the things that contributes to also our well-being is our family unit. So yeah, find that one activity or that one thing that brings so much joy to you as a family unit that you can do together as a couple, as a family. For us, like I mentioned, walking after work, taking our little one, and just exercising together as well, whether it's twice or 3 times a week. That's what we also do. So yes, I just want to share with you, like, you know, a part of our exercise routine that we do twice a week together. Skipping the rope, that's what we've started now, is, you know, we jump rope together. And you will see me also riding the bike for our afternoon family time together after work. And yeah, so check that out. so much for joining me on my wellness tips for the month of February. February was a good month for my family and I in terms of our wellness journey. It's not always going to be perfect on your well-being or on your wellness journey. There will be times when you can only manage to work out once that week, or even be only able to work out 5 times that month. But don't be hard on yourself. I am a firm believer of saying don't be too hard on yourself, because trust me, I am very difficult and hard on myself. But those are things that I'm learning to undo in my life, making sure that, you know what, I give myself the chance to be gracious to myself. So thank you so much for joining me on this video, and I hope that you will enjoy the rest of my content. Bye.